What is up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing something a little bit different. This is a collaboration with the Gouache gals on Instagram. Gouache is a different kind of paint for me, and this is a magic fly. I got it off of Amazon. These are in tubes. The Giftaway one you could win, and I will give you more details later, will be in the little pots, not in the tubes like the one I purchased. So what I did in the background, I used a blue, I mixed it with white, and then I put some water. I kind of just sprayed some water, and then I took a paper towel and kind of just dabbed it around to give the effect of the cloud and just some fading in the background, not such a solid color. I used this, whatever blue that was, blue, it's blue. And then kind of just dabbed it, like I said, with a wet paper towel, and that's what gave the background. I did take a pencil and I drew out everything I was gonna do. So technical difficulties, and I apologize to everyone, but I thought the camera was on and it wasn't. I am in a completely different spot, so my normal, yeah, anyway. So brown on one side of the brush, I mixed water with a little bit of it and a little bit of white on the other side, and I kind of just draw in the solid line or the outline of the branch, if that makes any sense. When it starts to dry or get a little bit drier, I'm going to go in with a mix of some brown and white and kind of just add some bark to the branches, kind of just, you know, mess with it back and forth and blend it, and then just make sure I pull it down into the other branches. So I finished up the tree branch, and now what I want to do is I'm going to do an ombre down the birdhouse. I'm going to use a yellow, a orange, and that crimson red. So I'm going to start with the red across the top. I'm going to get a saturated opaque red color to the top, and then move down to the orange, and then move down to the yellow at the base. And hopefully I didn't cut too much out, that you get to see all of those things. So with a little bit of water, I just mix the paints up. I more or less get my brush wet when I want to keep the polish, I keep saying polish. When I want to keep the paint more opaque, I'm going to pick it up with a drier brush, not dry, but wet. But not as wet as I would if I wanted to go in and blend it a little bit, like I'm doing here, like pulling the line down. This is more with a watered down red. So with the watercolors, you can blend, you can pick up more water like I'm doing here, and just, you know, keep it moving until you're happy with the saturation of the color. So this is just gonna go, I'm gonna work with the red, and then I'll bring orange into the mix, and then yellow at the bottom. So while we're watching me just mess with this little ombre situation, I do want to tell you that today, this collaboration is a giftaway. And in the giftaway, you will have a chance to win a gouache set. I'll put a picture up at the end of the video, the set that you can win. But what you're going to have to do is go to each one on the playlist, and in their comment section, you'll have to find out what their secret word is and comment down in the comment section what the secret word is. So everybody knows I love my girls, and Arrow is the one I play Frisbee with. I don't have the talents that Sarah has and Connie has, some of the ladies in this group. I don't sing. Yeah, so I paint nails and I do them really good, but my talent is throwing my Frisbee to my dog. So my secret word is going to be Arrow. A-R-R-O-W, Arrow. That will be my secret word, arrow. Put it down in the comment section. And then at the end, Sarah will pick the winner, and then we'll go through and make sure that that person has made comments in each of the videos in the playlist. And then that person will get a set of gouache paints from Amazon. Pretty cool deal. So here, like, you can mess with this as much as you want. If you want to walk away, let it dry out, come back. With a wet brush, you can start blending ombre in, add more color where you want it. Like, kind of wanted it more around the door. Is it a door? I guess it's a door. A birdhouse door. I don't know if it's a door or not, but around the opening where the birds go in and out. And then I'll just keep going, add more opaque color where I want solid color, and then go in and with some water just blend it down. You blend it up into the red, blend it back down with the red, just, you know, mess with it as much as you want to until you get it the way you like it. And like I said, you could come back, you could redo it back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. So don't forget the playlist will be attached. And yeah, like I said, you have to visit every channel and comment their secret word. Now I'm going to tell you, I got myself in a little bit of a pickle in this corner when I laid down the yellow. I picked up way too much of it. Was a little dried out because I had a fan on. So I did turn the fan off. And so I'm going to work some of that yellow out of that corner. And as you can see, I'm just using, this is an old plastic lid of my palette from a creamer, the creamer that I use. So I'm going to pick it up, and I'm trying to just get as much out of it as I can. And then I'm going to try and go back into this corner where I kind of mucked it up and work some of that yellow out of that corner. Trust me, I went back and forth with this so many times. It was kind of funny. Orange, yellow, and then the orange went up into the red, and now I want more red, and then, well, you'll see coming up that, yeah. So there's, stop, I said stop it right now. Nope, more orange. So I want to thank the ladies. Sarah is our host, Can Sarah DIY. And let me tell you, this girl can DIY. So go make sure you go check out Sarah and Connie and all of the other ladies in the group. So many talented ladies. It's an honor to be a part of this group, quite honestly. And I'm just going to say that. And Sarah, again, thank you very much for asking me to join. I'm super, super happy, and thank you for bringing me out of my comfort zone. I was going to do a set of nails, and I think I show them coming up here in a little while. I was going to do a set of nails with gouache paints because it's very possible. I use acrylic paints a lot to when I paint detail or nail art on my nails, so I use acrylic paints. So I wanted to just try it with the gouache, and well, it worked, and then it turned out super cute. But the whole idea of joining new and different, see here you can see it's dry. I worked more yellow in it. I put some orange, more orange up. So now I think I'm going to do is kind of blend the yellow a little more. And so I'm going to put orange on the roof, and then a yellow down the side of the birdhouse. This brush I'm using is probably older than my children, and my youngest will be 38, 39 this year. So it's a pretty old paintbrush. You can see right next to me, I have detail brushes where I could get into those corners, but I just choose to use the big brush, and it's not a struggle. This brush is just, I don't know. It was made perfect to last as long as it has. I do take care of them and make sure they're clean, and I wash my brushes out in just a little bit of soap in the cup, and I just leave that water kind of on my desk all of the time when I'm painting. So I just rinse it out in there, and then I can go to clean water and just keep the brush happy. Make sure it's clean before I put it away too. I love this brush. I love your brush. Anyway, so flipping it around, trying to get, you know, straight lines. Hold on to it, silly. It's not always easy on camera to get, like when you're trying to show what you're doing, and then, yeah. So, let me know what you think down in the comment section. What do you think of my little birdhouse here? It's going to take shape. It looks a little, I don't know, futuristic right now, because when I was painting, as I drew it in, I drew in the roof line, but as I painted, I kind of hit it, and now I'm going, what the heck's missing? So here we go, the roof line's coming in right here. That'll look a little more better. Did I just say more better? Anyway. So this is a 12-inch round. You can use gouache paints on watercolor paper. I did it on black and white watercolor papers. And like I said, I painted my nail. I painted swatch sticks white. And then I put a matte top coat on them like I would if I was going to use acrylic. And just went on and painted them out. It was fun, and they're pretty cool. It was a lot easier to blend them. Again, acrylic paints are very opaque, so yes, you can water them down, and yes, you can get the same kind of a watercolor effect with an acrylic, but not the same as gouache. I love gouache. I love it. I love it. So this side of the birdhouse is yellow. You can see I did fix the proportion of the roof. Looks a lot better. So now I'm going to go back and mess with the yellow some more, because it's not as opaque as I wanted it to be. There was kind of like a brown down the middle. So now I'm going to take some clean water and a little bit of orange and kind of just blend up and down and up and down. And yeah, I go back into the red, and then I go back into the yellow, and then I'm like, oh, stop it. You can mess with it all day long if you want to. Hours, if you wanted to just keep getting it wet and mush it around. Eventually it'll turn brown, but you don't want to do that. Like, it'll muck up all the colors and mix them all together and turn brown. All right, so this part right here, I have 3 different greens. A really dark one, a lighter one, and then kind of like a Kelly green. I take the darkest one first, and I'm going to just start laying down some leaves all over these branches, all different directions. In the dark color, I'm going to work darkest to lightest, and then in some of them, I will take the light color and add, you know, just a little bit of dimension to each of the leaves. And just kind of move around, fill them in. I'm going to do this section first, and then probably move to the other side. And that way I can come back with the next color, the middle color. And then I will highlight with the lighter green that you can see on the palette, and also there's some white there, and I do want to go in and do that hook, you know, that the birdhouse is hanging on the branch with. I'm going to do that in white. I do also take a really, really thin brush with white on it and kind of outline, not completely outline, but just outline certain sections of the birdhouse and just give it a little more definition. You don't see me do that, but you can see it in the end results. Why I picked this one spot to put like 5 leaves in, I don't know. But because there's like a whole entire branch to paint one by one, and then in 3 colors was kind of funny, but I got a drop on there, so I had to, like, on the birdhouse, on the red, I got a drop of water, so I had to kind of blend it out. That's why it's kind of looking kind of wet, or more wet than the rest. And I did paint the middle, or the inside, as you would see the birdhouse yellow, because, I don't know, the wall was yellow, so I thought that was the appropriate color to do it in. So you can see just adding leaves here and there. And that's the dark color. Hopefully we'll break into the other colors really, really soon, because it's like literally watching paint dry. I'm sorry. Oh, and I snorted. That wasn't funny. Okay, so here I'm going to show you the set I did with gouache paints. Lighthouse and a beach and water and the sky. Super easy, super fun. But I'm glad I didn't do one. I'm glad I stepped out of my comfort zone and, you know, did a full painting like this on a, you know, a 12-inch round. I did think of my next door neighbor when I decided to do this design. She's just a super neat elderly lady, and she likes birds and birdhouses, so I think I'm just gonna give this to her after I spray it. I will spray treat it with spray silicone, and just super light. Don't go in heavy or it will kind of blend out, make your stuff bleed. So I'm gonna give you a shot at the end of the video, a final shot. Don't forget to comment my secret word and go to the other channels and check all of those ladies out. Subscribe, please, if you haven't.
I will catch my channel grow. In the next video.
Subscribe.
Thanks again.
And
smile at the grumpy. Bye.
Yes, so that's it. And thanks again, Sarah, for the invite. And thank you, ladies, for having me. Don't forget, smile at the grumpy. Bye.